What if I told you there's a cruise line discount so well hidden that even seasoned travelers in their 70s are missing out, while the person in the cabin next door pays hundreds less for the exact same trip? Cruise insiders and retired crew whisper about it, but no one dares say it publicly until now. In 2025, this little-known senior deal quietly resurfaced, and it's changing how cruisers over 65 book their voyages forever. Stick around, because secret number 7 even shocks loyal Carnival Platinum guests who thought they'd seen it all. Number 1. The invisible senior fare most cruisers miss. Here's the secret the cruise lines hope you'll never notice. There's a hidden senior fare buried deep inside their booking systems, and it can quietly save you hundreds of dollars. Most cruisers never realize it because it's invisible until you trigger it. No pop-ups, no email codes, no bold banners shouting senior discount. It hides behind a single data point, your birth date. Carol from Tampa was planning a 7-night Royal Caribbean cruise. The website showed $1,049 per person. But when she re-entered her birthday, January 1957, the exact same cabin instantly dropped to $899. Same ship, same week. No explanation. She just unlocked the senior rate. That's invisible unless the system recognizes you re-65 or older. Most passengers never see it because they book through travel portals or friends who skip the special rates tab. And that tiny oversight, it's worth a few $100 per cruise. Every sailing, thousands of seniors unknowingly pay full price, while others in the next cabin pay less for identical rooms. Cruise lines won't correct you. They profit from the silence. Before booking, open a new incognito browser tab. Click Special Rates, select Senior, and re-enter your birth date. Then call the cruise line directly and say, "Can you confirm if a senior rate is active for my sailing?" That one extra click and one quick call could pay for your entire beverage package. Number 2. Cruise lines don't advertise it. Here's why. Cruise lines hide senior discounts on purpose, and the reason is pure profit. You might think they'd proudly promote deals for loyal, older travelers. But behind the glossy ads and best price promises sits a system designed to bury the truth. Here's what's really going on. Cruise companies use something called yield management. It's an algorithm that constantly adjusts prices based on demand. If a sailing is filling up fast, the senior fares vanish automatically. If bookings slow down, those discounts quietly reappear, but only if you know where to look. A former sales rep once said, "We're told never to offer senior rates unless the guest asks. If they don't bring it up, we sell full price." That means thousands of passengers over 65 are paying 15 to 25% more simply because no one mentioned it. The cruise line won't remind you. Their booking system won't show it. And by the time you realize, it's too late to change your fare. This isn't about a few dollars. It's about hundreds of hidden savings that quietly vanish unless you know the code. Cruise lines hide senior rates to protect their public prices and avoid upsetting younger travelers who pay more. Always call or chat with a cruise line rep before you finalize your booking. Ask directly, "Can you check if a senior rate fare code is available for my sailing?" Listen for key terms like SRN, Senior 65, or AARP 65. That's how insiders unlock fares that never appear online. Number 3. The power of timing. When senior rates actually appear, senior cruise discounts aren't permanent. They appear and disappear like clockwork, depending on when the cruise line needs to fill cabins. Most people assume discounts are there year-round, but the truth is, they're triggered by algorithms. Cruise lines open up senior rates only when booking numbers drop below target, often 45 to 60 days before departure. That's the quiet zone before final payments are due. And it's when the system quietly releases deals that can save you hundreds. An MSC guest from Arizona tracked a 7-day Mediterranean cruise for months at $1,099. One Tuesday morning, the price suddenly dropped to $899, labeled Senior 65 Plus. She called immediately, booked the fare, and saved over $400. 2 days later, the promo was gone. The rep confirmed it was a temporary release to fill unsold cabins before the payment deadline. If you book too early, you'll never see that discount. Wait too long, and the sailing sells out. The magic window lives in between, a short burst of opportunity that most travelers miss completely. Set reminders for 60 days before your dream cruise. Check official sites early in the week. Tuesday and Wednesday mornings are when new fare codes often drop. Then call the cruise line and ask directly, has a senior rate been released for this sailing yet? That one call can mean the difference between a basic inside room and a balcony upgrade you didn't pay for. Number 4. The AARP connection they don't want you to know. Here, a secret most senior cruisers never take advantage of. Your AARP membership can stack with cruise discounts, but only if you book through the right backdoor. Most people assume AARP is just for hotel deals or rental cars. But what the cruise lines don't advertise is that AARP has private rate partnerships with Princess, Holland America, Norwegian, and sometimes Royal Caribbean. The catch? You won't see those rates on the cruise line's own website. Dennis from Fort Lauderdale was booking a 10-night Princess Alaska cruise for $1,799 per person. Out of curiosity, he checked the AARP Travel Center and found the exact same itinerary for $1,619 plus $8.50 onboard credit. He called Princess directly, and they confirmed it. The AARP portal had access to a private fare bucket not visible to the public. He saved almost $400 total just by logging in. Cruise lines don't promote these deals because it cuts into their commission and public pricing. They prefer you to book direct at full fare. But through AARP's partner system, you can unlock hidden onboard credit, free Wi-Fi, or reduce deposits that don't appear anywhere else. Before booking any cruise, always sign in at AARP Travel Center. Come and compare that rate to the cruise line's direct site. Many times, the AARP rate stacks quietly with your senior discount, doubling your savings. And later in this video, we'll show you exactly how to combine those deals without getting flagged by the cruise line's system. Number 5. The companion loophole. When only one traveler is over 65 here, it's a loophole most cruisers miss, and it's one that can instantly double your savings. If just one person in your cabin is 65 or older, everyone in that room can qualify for the senior discount. The cruise system bases pricing on the lead guest, not every passenger. But here's the catch. The order you enter names matters. A viewer named Linda from Austin learned this the fun way. She and her 58-year-old sister booked a Bermuda sailing on Norwegian Cruise Line. Linda entered her details first since she was handling the booking. When the fare populated, both passengers automatically received the senior value rate, saving $380. Curious, they tried switching the order. Her younger sister first, Linda second. The senior rate disappeared. Same ship, same week. No discount. That's how most people lose hundreds without realizing it. One simple booking form mistake. Cruise lines rarely fix this after payment. If you list the younger traveler first, the system assumes no one in the cabin qualifies and prices the entire room at full fare. If you're traveling as a couple or family and one guest is over 65, always make them guest number 1. Re-enter the information, then call to confirm that the senior rate applies to the entire cabin. That 1 5-second detail can turn a single discount into double the savings, and the cruise lines will never volunteer that tip. Number 6. The hidden perk on river cruises. If you're 65 or older, the best cruise discounts aren't always on the ocean. They floating down the rivers. River cruise lines like Viking, Avalon, and American Cruise Lines quietly reward senior travelers with special heritage or senior advantage fares. The secret? They don't advertise them online. These companies rely heavily on phone-based bookings, not automated websites. That gives them flexibility to offer private deals over the phone, especially for older travelers. A viewer from Oregon called Viking about an 8-day Rhine River itinerary. The website showed $4,199 per person. But when she mentioned she was born in 1959, the rep paused and said, "Let me check something." Moments later, "We can offer our heritage fare, $500 off per person." That was $1,000 savings for the couple, just for asking. River cruises don't need flashy online promotions. Their audience skews older, so they quietly build senior savings into internal fare codes. But if you don't call, you'll never know it exists. Those hidden discounts can include free airfare, waived single supplements, or cabin upgrades that vanish the second you hang up. Do you have any heritage fares or senior promotions active right now? Mention your birth year, not just your age, and wait for them to search the database. That one question can unlock hundreds in savings and extra perks that the booking page will never show you. Number 7. The insurance trap that cancels your savings. This is the sneakiest way seniors lose their cruise discount, and it happens after you've already booked. You find a great deal, apply the senior rate, celebrate your savings, and then, one innocent step later, the entire discount disappears. A retired couple from San Diego booked a Royal Caribbean sailing under a senior fare code and saved almost $500 total. The next day, wanting to be cautious, they called to add third-party travel insurance. The rep updated the booking, and instantly, the senior rate vanished. Their fare was recalculated at the current price, not the discounted one. When they asked why, the answer was short: modifying the reservation removed your promotional code. That's the insurance trap. Many cruise systems automatically reprice your trip when you make any changes after checkout. Even something harmless like adding insurance, shore excursions, or gratuity prepayments. That quick phone call can erase all the savings you just scored. Cruise lines won't alert you, and you might not notice until your final payment balance jumps hundreds higher. Always finalize your fare before adding insurance. Wait 24 to 48 hours after your booking is confirmed, then purchase your travel insurance separately, either through a third-party site or directly with the cruise line. If you prefer bundled insurance, choose it before checkout, not after. It's a simple timing move, but it protects your senior discount from quietly disappearing right before you set sail. Number 8. Loyalty programs hide senior perks. Here's how to unlock them. Most cruisers think loyalty perks and senior discounts can stack, but that's exactly what the cruise lines want you to believe. They keep these systems separate so you'll forget to ask. But if you know how to connect the dots, you can unlock hidden bonuses the computer won't show. Sandra, a 68-year-old Carnival Platinum guest, told us she'd sailed more than a dozen times. She always got her standard loyalty rewards: early boarding, free laundry, little treats in her cabin. But during her last booking, she called Carnival's guest services and mentioned she was a senior platinum traveler. The rep put her on hold, came back a minute later, and said, "You actually qualify for an additional $75 onboard credit. It just wasn't automatically added." That hidden perk had been sitting there for years, waiting for her to ask. Cruise loyalty and discount systems operate separately. Unless you manually request a cross-check, your senior benefits won't appear. Cruise lines aren't being evil. They just not in a hurry to give away money voluntarily. Can you check if my senior status qualifies me for any extra onboard credits or upgrades through my loyalty tier? It's a polite insider question that signals you know how their system works, and it can easily unlock $50, $150 in extra perks on your next sailing. Number 9. Why booking through Expedia or Costco can cost you. Here's one of the biggest traps for senior cruisers. Third-party travel sites like Expedia, Costco, and Priceline often erase your hidden discounts. They look like convenient deal finders, but in reality, they block access to cruise line-only fare codes, including senior rates. A viewer from Phoenix compared a Norwegian Cruise Line balcony room between two sites. On NCL's official site, the price showed $749 per person with a senior 65+ tag. On Expedia, the exact same cabin was $899. No discount anywhere. When she called to ask, the agent admitted, "Our system doesn't apply cruise-specific age or residency promos. You'd need to book directly for that." That's the secret cruise lines and booking portals never explain. Aggregator sites pull generic public fares from the cruise line's feed, and those feeds don't include specialized categories like senior, military, or AARP. You see the regular price, not the insider one. If you're over 65 and book through a third-party site, you're probably paying $100 to $300 more than necessary. And here's the worst part. Once you book, the cruise line can't adjust it. The fare belongs to the agency, not you. Can you check if there's a senior rate for this exact sailing? If they confirm a lower price, cancel your external booking and rebook direct. It's worth that 5-minute call, because sometimes easy ends up being the most expensive mistake on board. Number 10. Seniors get priority for last-minute upgrades. Here is a secret cruise perk that no one talks about. Seniors often get first dibs on last-minute cabin upgrades, but only if you know how to trigger it. Most cruisers think upgrades are totally random or based purely on loyalty status. But behind the scenes, cruise lines quietly use priority flags for certain guest profiles, and yes, age is one of them. When ships reshuffle staterooms right before sailing, they often offer those open balconies or ocean views to senior passengers first, especially for comfort or accessibility reasons. A 71-year-old couple from Michigan booked an inside cabin on a Holland America-Alaska cruise in 2024. At the port, the check-in agent smiled and said, "We've upgraded you to a balcony for comfort reasons. Free of charge." Another guest, same loyalty level, same price range, wasn't offered a thing. Why? The couple had senior travelers noted on their booking. That one small tag moved them to the top of the upgrade queue. Cruise lines want their older passengers comfortable and happy, and they quietly reserve a handful of accessible or premium cabins for just that reason. But if your booking doesn't include that flag, you're invisible to the system. Can you please note my profile as a senior traveler with comfort preference? Then, at check-in, politely ask, "Are there any senior priority upgrades available today?" Those two sentences can turn your windowless cabin into a balcony with a view for free. Number 11. The medical verification trick that unlocks bonus discounts. Here's one of the most overlooked cruise secrets for seniors. A simple medical or accessibility verification can unlock bonus discounts, better cabin placement, and even onboard perks, but only if you know to ask. Cruise lines have entire departments called access services or special needs at sea. Their job is to help passengers who use wheelchairs, walkers, scooters, oxygen, or CPAP machines. But here's what few realize. Those same departments often apply special fare protection or small rate adjustments when your condition is verified in advance. A retired Navy veteran from Michigan booked a Princess cruise using the standard senior rate. Later, he called the access department to request a mobility-friendly cabin. Not only did they move him to an ADA stateroom at no extra cost, but the rep also reclassified his fare into a protected rate category. That lowered his total by $220 and gave him early boarding privileges. None of that showed online. It only activated after the verification call. Cruise lines quietly reserve a small pool of accessible cabins and special rates for verified passengers. If you wait until embarkation to mention your needs, you miss out on those savings and end up with less convenient room options. I'm a senior traveler using medical equipment or mobility aids. Are there fare adjustments or cabin benefits available for my situation? That single phone call can upgrade your comfort and lower your bill. Two wins most cruisers never even know exist. Number 12. The cabin class confusion. That costs seniors the most. Most travelers assume the discount works the same for every stateroom. But behind the booking screens, each cabin category, inside, ocean view, balcony, or suite, has its own fare code. Senior rates almost always apply to standard categories, not the premium ones that already sell easily. Here's how one couple learned that lesson the hard way. A pair from Seattle booked a Celebrity Cruises trip in 2024. The homepage showed a $250 per person senior discount. Excited, they upgraded from an ocean view to a sky suite. But when the final total appeared, the discount was gone. They called to ask why, and the rep said, "That fare code doesn't apply to suite-level cabins." In other words, the higher they upgraded, the more the senior deal disappeared. Many older travelers naturally choose comfort, larger rooms, better views, private balconies, and in doing so, they unknowingly cancel their discount. The difference can be $300 to $800 per person. Can you confirm which cabin codes qualify for the senior rate? That single question could be the difference between a smart upgrade and a silent overcharge that follows you all the way to the buffet line. Number 13. The secret agent perk. Why you need a human, not a website here, say truth cruise lines and booking sites never say out loud. Real travel agents can unlock senior discounts you never find online. Most people think using a travel agent is outdated, but in cruising, it's one of the smartest money moves you can make. That's because agents get access to block fares, private rate codes the public can't see, including senior-only offers reserved to quietly fill ships. A Florida-based agent booked a group of 12 seniors on a 10-day Caribbean Princess sailing because she had access to a senior block fare. Every traveler over 65 saved $100 and received an extra $50 onboard credit. None of those perks appeared online. When asked why, the agent explained, "Cruise lines give us private fare blocks so we can fill cabins discreetly. Seniors get the best of those rates." Agents aren't middlemen anymore. They're insiders with direct cruise line access. They see unpublished fares, added value perks, and last-minute adjustments that booking portals can't process. And you don't pay them, cruise lines do. Do you have any senior block fares or unpublished group rates for this sailing? Then request written confirmation of any onboard credits or free perks before you pay. Because sometimes, the cheapest fare isn't online. It's sitting quietly on a travel agent's computer, waiting for a senior who knows to ask. Number 14. How to combine discounts without getting flagged. Here's where even experienced cruisers get burned. Stack too many discounts, and the system flags your booking, wiping out all your deals. Cruise pricing software runs on fare buckets. Each discount, senior, loyalty, AARP, or promo code, sits in a separate bucket. When you combine too many, the system automatically reclassifies your booking under a higher base fare. It doesn't warn you, it just quietly deletes your savings. They booked a Norwegian cruise line trip using a senior rate and a loyalty discount. Later, they added a Costco cashback promo. Within hours, their fare jumped by $400. When they called, the rep explained, "You can't stack 3 offers." The system voided your senior rate. In trying to save more, they ended up paying full price. The software doesn't care how you earned your deals. It only allows 2 stackable discounts before it resets your price. That one misstep can erase every perk you spent weeks chasing down. Follow the rule of 2. Combine only senior plus loyalty discount or senior plus AARP/AAA discount. Avoid adding cash cards, referral promos, or travel agent rebates to those too. And before paying your deposit, always ask the agent or cruise rep, "Can you confirm both discounts will stay active through final payment?" Because one extra deal isn't always a deal. Sometimes it's the exact thing that cancels all your savings. Number 15. The free cruise myth that still tricks seniors. Let's end with the biggest scam of all, the so-called free cruise for seniors. If you've ever opened your email and seen, "Congratulations, you've won a complimentary cruise," stop right there, because that free trip could cost you hundreds. A retired couple from Ohio got a voicemail saying they'd won a free 5-day Bahamas cruise. Just pay port fees and taxes. It sounded official. The caller mentioned Carnival by name, even quoted real itineraries. They paid $599 upfront in fees. But when they later called Carnival directly, there was no record of their booking. The cruise line confirmed the offer was fake, a telemarketing scheme tied to timeshare promotions. These scams are everywhere, especially targeting seniors. They use familiar logos, fake booking numbers, and high-pressure language like "limited to the next 20 callers." Once you pay, the money's gone. Sometimes, the trip exists, but only if you attend hours of sales pitches or pay hidden resort fees higher than the supposed discount. Cruise lines never give away full sailings for free. Legitimate promotions are always handled through verified channels or official partners, never through cold calls, emails, or social media links. Only book through trusted sources, official cruise websites, certified travel agents, or AARP Travel Center. If someone claims you've won, hang up and call the cruise line yourself. If the deal sounds too good to be true at sea, it's probably sinking your wallet. And there you have it, 15 hidden cruise discounts for seniors that the cruise lines hoped you'd never find out about. From secret fare codes and AARP stacking to upgrade loopholes and medical verification perks, every one of these insider tricks can save you hundreds on your next voyage. If you're over 65, these deals aren't just nice to have. You've earned them. You've spent decades working hard, and now it's your turn to cruise smarter, not pricier. But here's the thing. The cruise lines won't tell you any of this. They quietly profit when seniors don't ask the right questions. So before your next booking, slow down, double-check your fares, and call the line directly. That one extra conversation could pay for your excursions, your Wi-Fi, or even a balcony upgrade. Now, I want to hear from you. Which secret surprised you the most? Was it the AARP stacking, the timing trick, or the companion loophole? Drop your thoughts below and help other cruisers save too. If you found this video helpful, tap like, hit subscribe, and ring the bell, because next week, we're uncovering what cruise lines don't want filmed on board.